Morning to everyone who's at home or on Facebook. Jackie here, and as you're aware, last week I had a bit of a cold, pretty much all over that now, no issues. But obviously we're living in interesting times. We're taking it day by day at the moment as to how we're seeing clients. All non-essential appointments we'll try and do by phone and Zoom. We're obviously got all the technology we need to be able to work from home or anywhere. And we've got the technology to be able to do video conferencing. So no issues there. It's obviously things that just need to be signed physically, like original wills and documents and original mortgages and all those sorts of things still need to be done. So we're playing it day by day. We know that on the weekend there were statements that all non-essential businesses be closed. And then they didn't define what that was very well at all, because we're not health or food and we're not recreational. So we're all in a bit of limbo and uncertainty in these times. Despite all that, I will be coming to you every Monday at 10 o'clock. So I'm not going anywhere. Today I wanted to talk about the state court system. So the reason I wanted to talk about the state court system was to make sure that people understand the various jurisdictions that we have in Australia. It's quite confusing for people who haven't studied law or politics or business law or something that gives you one subject in the area. Because we've got obviously a federal government and we've got federal courts. And then we've got a state government and we have our state courts. And there's certain laws that are only dealt with in the state and those are done in the state courts. So we know that our police are also state-based. There are federal police as well, but primarily state police. So the court system in Victoria is the magistrates court at the lowest, and it deals with all sorts of matters. Primarily you would think that it deals with crime, intervention orders and small hearings with disputes where the amount is not more than 150,000. It also does some family law work. So even though the family court is a federal jurisdiction, it has given the magistrates court some jurisdiction in the state to be able to do consent orders. So no hearings, just orders by consent. So those are the primary things at magistrates court level. The middle level is the county court level, and it can do almost everything that the Supreme Court can do. It doesn't have a probate jurisdiction though, and the more important cases would go to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court's more costly. The county court has streamlined its processes a lot. However, the Supreme Court is now catching up because they are also now going to online filing. So county court has been for a couple of years. So we've got magistrates court, county court, Supreme Court in Victoria. The highest court, the Supreme Court, you can have a single judge sitting, or you've got the Court of Appeal within the Supreme Court. And so the Court of Appeal will then have multiple judges sitting. So a Supreme Court decision can be appealed to the Court of Appeal in the Supreme Court, where instead of one judge, 3 or more judges would review the decision of that one judge. So that is basically the state court system. Underneath the courts, you then have a whole range of tribunals and administrative dispute resolution bodies. VCAT is the main one that most people would be familiar with. So it determines civil and administrative disputes. Most of those disputes could also be dealt with in the court system, but because they're fairly minor, VCAT was set up. However, VCAT has also been given exclusive jurisdiction over some things that you can't go to any other court in, except going up to the Supreme Court. So certain matters under the Guardianship and Administration Acts and the Power of Attorney Act can only be done in VCAT. You can't go to the magistrate court with those issues. Certain things to do with buildings in Victoria. It's certainly got like a small claims jurisdiction, but it works very similarly to Magistrates Court for small claims. The VCAT has a joint property jurisdiction that no other court has except the Supreme Court, to deal with issues where people jointly own land and they want to sort out who owns it moving forward or whether it gets sold. So, just like we have a federal government and federal police, you have the federal courts, and then separate to that, we've got the state government, we've got the state police, and we've got the state courts. So they don't overlap very often, if at all, and that, I suppose, is a very basic review of the state system. It's very similar in other states. They just call the courts slightly different, but the majority of them still have a 3-tier court system in each state. So it's just really a general information topic from today. I hope that it was helpful. I will be coming to you every Monday, regardless of where we're working, whether we're in the office, whether we're in their office with the doors locked, or whether we are integrating and going home to work. As I said earlier, we're playing it day by day at this point. All non-essential appointments we can do by phone or video conference because we have those facilities. We're all set up so we can work from home. So we've got no issues about continuing to do things that need to be done. We just have to play it by ear as to doing appointments that require signing of documents, particularly mortgage documents and original wills and documents for land. So those transactions still have to keep moving forward. But we are listening every day to what the state government and federal government is saying, and we'll let everyone know, obviously, who has upcoming appointments or needs our help. So, hope everyone is healthy and well, having all your vitamin C, keeping your neck nice and warm. What I did learn on the weekend was that a coronavirus does not like heat over, the high 30s and 40s. So if we stay as warm as possible, your body has more chance of fighting anything off. It's just a small thing. Anyway, I'll catch you next Monday. Thank you.